It's the Cable
Oh yeah, those back-to-back trophies with no power, huh? Now we got a Mox Jet, so we're doomed, right? Yeah, maybe I should have passed it so I could keep trophying. I'm gonna second pick this Watery Grave. That's what I'm gonna do. We are indeed in the Psychic Frog waiting room. We can grab that World Spine Worm, just in case we see Flash later. I'm into it. Come here, worm. Hell yeah, Dance Man. You enjoyed the Chill Pro Tour stream, what an ending, and of course Vintage. Yeah, good stuff. I really enjoyed doing the Pro Tour co-stream too. Fun to have a group of folks to chat with and such. Discuss lines and what went. Finals were really good, yeah. I'll draft an Archon. Seems like the appropriate spot for it. Yeah, usually some teams show up with brews to beat the best deck. Usually those teams don't crush it. It's way more fun when they crush it. Well, I hope you're feeling better, Nikki. Huh. I guess I want Consult. I guess. Consult's okay. I feel like a lot of what you're trying to do takes place in the first few turns, and so it's like a good top deck later. But in the ideal game of Vintage Cube, the later's not happening. Cube's so fast. Vintage Cube is so fast. I would almost rather just have an Impulse than Consult. Right now I'm taking between the Metamorphosis and the Mystical Tutor. I think I'm going to grab Mystical. It'll really pay off if we find Flash, but it'll also be good if we just get regular Reanimator stuff. Some hot tutor action. Couple packs there where blue looked more open than black, which is awkward for Reanimator. I'm not above a show and tell. I feel like the faster the cube is, the better show and tell gets. My win rate with show and tell has been much higher in the past few seasons than it was for like a very long stretch before that. It might just be that the things that you're show and telling in have gotten better. Does Oath look appealing? It should have. Was it in the pack with Wanshi, or are you just saying in general? Have I ever listened to the Death Wheelers? I have not. Is that Benjamin Wheeler's band? Torsten, another fine Flash target. There's a picture of Benjamin Wheeler up on the wall at my LGS, which always, like, gives me pause. I'm just like, oh, wait, right. Have I played my new snare yet? I have. I'm really excited about it. I had this this larger snare that I was like looking forward to, and then it turned out I didn't like the sound very much, and I tried a new head on it, and I didn't like the sound very much, and I tried like 4 or 5 different tunings. And then I got that new snare. I got that new snare in the mail, which is just like a very reasonable priced Tama Birch, like $150. Shipped to me quick. And I didn't like its sound at first either. And I was like, oh no, did I just fucking... Am I just going to have like instant buyer's remorse? Am I just going to go through the same thing again? And then I put that new head on it that I was just talking about, that I tried to like use to make the other snare sound good. And then that was the winning combination. And now I got a snare that I really like the sound of, and I'm super happy. Yeah, black wasn't that open. I think I still lose one under City Sewers. Maybe Corpse Dance is where it's at. Never that high on Corpse Dance. Hey, there we go. That's exactly what I would say, Capo, yeah. Very hard for me to pass an Emrakul, but it works with Show and Tell, but not the Reanimator stuff. I think I'm gonna grab this Shelldock. Thinking about Mox Diamond versus Jace here. The right amount of flam? Is that the correct lingo? Mostly about tone and the amount of like overtones and sustain you want and stuff. A lot of which you can control, but not all of it. Thinking about the Overlord, thinking about Spire Bluff, just in case we see Sneak Attack later. I think that's where I'm at. Knight's Whisper is interesting, Memory Lapse is interesting. A Piccolo Snare, yeah, for the right sound, for the right song. That command is not gonna be very useful. I typically throw the last deck that I played in the overlay and then let them cycle out. If we don't get a flash, then I'm gonna be pretty unexcited about this worm. Do I have a better luck with Crab or Atali? Huh. I don't know. I mean, with Crab, you're like always draining the opponent's resources, so even a whiff is good. I've had some long extended breaks, BBQ. But yeah, we were talking drums. I've got some folks coming over on Sunday to jam out. I'll probably do an early stream on Sunday. So this week, I've been getting everything, well, the past week or two, I've been getting everything sorted, sound how I want it to, and I'm started shaking some rust off. Because I had an electric kit, but I wasn't playing on it super regular-like. But it's all coming back. A music stream would be great. Yeah, I've thought about that. I don't know if I would use my electric kit, because you can just, like, plug that into the computer and it would just sound awesome. Or if I would get a mic setup for my my drum kit. I did a demo test earlier just using my regular microphone. It sounded like ass. As you might expect. I kind of like the fetch. I kind of like the counterspell. A little counterspell action. Tammy was kind of sick, so was Polluted Delta. Yeah, give me the fetch, I guess. Well, nah. I found a mic called a Yamaha EAD10 specifically for recording drum kits, and it seems really interesting. It like puts a trigger on the double kick on the bass drum for you, and so you get like some studio quality sound. Very minor mixing board. I'm gonna grab that Shallow Grave. We'll have Shallow Grave and Corpse Dance with this Emrakul, and then we just need a way to bin the Emrakul, right? How hard could that be? I said, how hard could that be? You just replaced your head. You got mic set up for your set for recording, but electric would be so much easier for streaming. Yeah. It's a pretty decent electric kit, too. Nothing like top of the line, but a little daze action here, maybe. A little daze. In terms of binning things for the even the, like the regular reanimation effect, I think our only way is like Malcolm loot. A little iffy. Just crack enough clues with Tamio to discard a hand size. Oh hey, yeah. I'll just Master of Death surveil it away. Well, there's a discard outlet. It's not a very good one, but it is a discard outlet. One thing about... Oh, no, it's sacrifice. I thought it was the discard critter for a second. Shit. Well, I guess I don't want any of this. Yeah, I got my electric kit when I was living in an apartment, so I could practice and not destroy my neighbors. Get past a frog. I don't think that's happening. Black's like really not open. We definitely weren't the only reanimator drafter. Hey, that's the one I was thinking about earlier. So the cool thing about Iron Shield Elf as a discard outlet is you can play it. It's very likely to survive. And then on the next turn, you can discard your Emrakul and then play Corpse Dance. And because it's free, it's not tying up stuff, right? If you entomb, then Corpse Dance, that's 4 mana. Elf into Corpse Dance could be just 3 mana on the actual combo turn. So we have a red source, the Spire Bluff Canal. I don't know if that's enough for the Through the Breach. Alright, I don't think this deck is going to be playing for the 3-0. But who knows? Maybe we'll get a nice 2-1 out of this. What kind of music do you play, BBQ? I think I'm gonna cut Torsten. And then this is just a deck. Curse draft because the pack one pick one mox. Yeah. I've always kind of wanted to play, well, stuff kind of like this. Some sludgy, doomy nonsense. Any recordings or videos of it? No. I might be able to dig up our old MySpace if I searched real hard, but I would assume it's been deleted. I'm just gonna go to discard and hope the opponent's not reanimating. We'll see, aim. It's a good ass mind twist. Does make me regret the slow discard, of course. We can rebuy Master of Death, I guess. Why did I choose to play Master of Death in this deck? Because I don't have enough good cards. It's fine. It's good here, right? It'd be a lot better if we had like a Psychic Frog or something. Well, not loving my odds here. Need a, well, a Shallow Grave, I guess. Yeah, that is indeed the Greendale flag behind me. It is a prop from the show. They sold 3 or 4 of them at a community prop auction. And I was like, that seems like it'd be a sweet thing to have. Well, I mean, it is just a flag mark. It's both of those things. Do 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 do. Hmm. Do 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 do. Oh my god! What's it, 6? 6 is less than 15. The Vivi cometh. I've seen a few people put Vivi into their artifact decks. It's kind of interesting. I have not been tempted, personally. Maybe if I had PO, then Vivi would be sweet. All right, all right, all right. That was a bummer being a mana away from that corpse dance. Good example of why you don't treat Mox Diamond like a land when you're building your mana base. I guess. That is an interesting cut down. As we just rebuy it. Save themselves a turn or two, though. All right, what you got? What you got, Mr. Muse? I mean, I'm just glad I don't have to draw those 2 lands in the Days in the Shallow Grave. Blist on 2, sure. I'd like to attack for 3. Very close to having that Shelldock turned on, huh? Good cards don't exist. I lit on Moxjet. How dare you? Not quite in an electric wizard mood. which is rare for me. I mean, they might kill Master again, but they would do it by pumping the Ballista, right? I've been Mind Twistered. Is the Master of Death going to get to connect? Guess I'll play that. An average not opponent crab? Yeah. I wonder if the land was in their hand or if they were sandbagging Basim to get a trigger. Oh yeah, I got to see Acid Bath in, I guess it was like a month and a half ago with High on Fire in Chicago. It was pretty cool. Dex Riggs is one of my like all-time favorite vocalists. So I'd wanted to see him live for a long time. If you have not, I actually recommend checking out his solo album from last year's 7 Songs for Spiders. It's his solo stuff has this like kind of morose, poetic stuff going on, Southern Gothic, you know, which is what he always brought to the band. But usually it has like a little bit of like an indie vibe. And for that album, he just like fuzzed out the guitars and deepened it, and it sounds like heavy psych to me, I guess is what I'm getting at. And I was like, this is the most fucking me album that's ever been made. What makes metal sludge? So, generally you've got like a doomier or stoner type guitar work, kind of like what we're listening to right now. But with sludge, the drumming is a bit more aggressive. It's kind of like if you used hardcore drumming or punk type drumming. And so there could be like some tempo shifts because of that. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Osman a Box. Which matters here, right? Can Mightstone be used to pay for miscalc? I'm pretty sure it can. Can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. Well, it's certainly an artifact. Corpse Dance, huh? I almost want to let this resolve so I can Corpse Dance back the crab. The stone can't pay for miscalc. Why not? It says add 2 colorless. This mana can't be spent to cast non-artifact spells. Why would it not be able to pay for miscalc? What are going to be the top 3 standard decks going forward? Beats me. But yeah, I thought the Pro Tour was surprisingly diverse. Thinking about putting that blue-black control deck together. I really enjoyed playing it the other day. Sure. I thought the Excruciator deck was sweet, but I don't really want to play the mirror ever. You think Mastodon made sludge metal mainstream? I think Mastodon's like first album or 2 were sludgy, but then they kind of moved away from that. I think Melvin's was probably the most popular sludge metal band for a while. I've been listening to a lot of Behold the Monolith over the last few years. Not super big, but very good. I think I've been to the corpse dance earlier, right? So I can't get this Emrakul back at the end of turn. This music has such a sick music video. I really want to play Bob, but I'm not gonna because I'm a coward. This worked out really poorly the last time I did it, but I'm going to do it again. Just fucking slow dredge here. Okay, well. At least we have a good play next turn. Ideally, when you're doubly Arcaning the opponent, they're going to have like a creature in play that they have to sack, but it's just not really what my opponent's doing, so I'll be happy with the... Make them discard 2, draw 2, deal them some damage. You didn't notice the difference in clock until now? The secret is to not think about your plays. Alright, I'm going to do this. And the Archon has already borne fruit. I really want to play that elf, but I'm just going to pass here. Pretty important miscalc if he would have bricked up the Iron Shield Elf. Is the elf Canadian? I confess I do not know to what you are referencing. Frab just D's throwing out a sub. Fuck yeah. Oh, his weapon looks like a leaf. I see. The sugar maple is Wisconsin state tree, actually. It was decided on by a bunch of children. I don't know. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Bob the Builder. Thanks for $4.20. Let's fire up your song request here. 21 pilots? That's way too many pilots. You can't fit all those people in the cockpit. You had 4 sugar maples in your backyard growing up? Oh, I had way more. We would tap them, and we had I don't understand the timing on this cut down. We just got there. We just got there with the shitter beats. It just has like the most sugar in the sap. But like you could make syrup out of like birch sap too. A few other trees. This has been Tree Facts with Caleb. Right, BBQ? Yeah, you don't get much. You have to boil a shitload. Walking through the woods though, building up a sweat in the cold, and having a sip of that like that fresh sap is so refreshing. Good ass days right there. I didn't know 21 Pilots screamed ever. So opponent could have put Lutri to hands. They definitely have something they want to do this turn. Hopefully it's not gunk up my card draw here. Fair enough. Right, Killer? It seems like too many pilots, right? Fun little tune. All right, Crab. You got some more work to do, buddy. Yeah, so the counterspell is face up. We mystical tutored for it, but like, who cares? What are they gonna fucking do? Days gets a little worse on the draw. I don't know if that's enough reason to cut it, though. I was going to run it back. The perfect hand. I really want to keep this. Chat, you gotta convince me to not keep this. Chat, please. Keep it, coward. That's the opposite of what I requested. It's right about making an Archon and they respond by Lockmare tapping it down. I guess I should have just pushed and served, huh? Gotten 3 damage in. Really not how I wanted to use that, but if they just hold up the Glenelendra, then I can't resolve my fucking Shallow Grave anyway. So it's like, alright, well, I guess I do this. We'll just rip Corpse Dance and have the win here with the Worm. Well, shit. Turd Nibblers. Interesting. I guess the Tameo could have flipped into Shallow Grave. Maybe I should have kept that worm, huh? On the other hand, this elf is getting some fucking fat beats in. This elf seems great for this deck. Yeah, for this fucking deck specifically, seems decent. I think that Fatal Push in my graveyard is my only real removal. Should I Mystical Tutor to check? I mean, I could just check my overlay. I can Mystical Tutor for Corpse Dance. I get another attacker in that way. Thanks, babe. I've just been gifted some chicken and potatoes. Oh, that doesn't fucking work. Corpse Dance. Because of the Mock D. Okay, I'll just grab Counterspell. Alright, I can't keep this on the play, right? But I want him! God, this hand looks so much worse. I think I might go into 5. I'll probably keep this. Chad deserves the win. Chad can have the win. I've got enough. Hey, Zach8787, thanks for the sub. A long time wasted watching Caleb? No. Your time is never wasted watching Caleb. I believe you meant enriched. I've got some chili paste here. It's been sitting on my desk for a long time. I wonder if it's still good. How long does it take for chili paste to go bad, chat? Like a million billion years. It doesn't look bad. Heat these potatoes up a bit. Does it go bad? I've definitely had it like become discolored and have the flavor come off. They put Uro to hand? Sure. We could counter him, but Uro's not the best one to counter. I think I'm supposed to hold on to this Mystical Tutor. Actually, Now that we have land number 4, maybe I'll go get that double impulse. So, Mobius Striptease, and you're arguing that because life is a gamble, you should try to maximize variance. It seems that lowering variance might make sense if you're already gambling. Make sure you can maximize your time on this pleasant earth of ours. Yeah, you only live once, so brush your teeth. Thought about Time Warp there. Get me a little closer to cracking into the Sheldonk Isle. Or surprise untapping it. Because the opponent's pretty close to 20 anyway. These Sheldocks, though. Alright, we got like a 1 in 7 chance of exiling that arrow. We're going deep on Futurama lore. I tried to watch the new series of that. I didn't get very far. Feels like we have stepped into the Grizzly Bill show. Good evening from Margaritaville. That sounds like a magical place. Hey, Penitent Tangent, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 44 months. New King of the Hill was weird. He was making all these, like, quote-unquote topical jokes that didn't land. Didn't really feel like they understood why the first show was good. They got the voice actors back, which is great. But then the show itself is like woke this, woke that. Has like punchlines. It's like, okay. All right. Hacky. Hacky's the word. Low effort. So the Nadu gets bricked by the Tameo. I guess we just have Crab Serve. We'll get a Nadu trigger, I guess. Kind of wish I had drawn the Archon and and exiled the land alien team. If I could do that a little different. Oh yeah, OEPI? I'll work on that. I'll work on the highbrow humor. So they're going to get their Nadu back. I think this is fine to concede. I don't have a bunch of sweepers or anything. I'm going to add cut down over... oh, I don't know. Something. Mox Diamond. Seems like the best plays to draw better. We're on to game 3, right? Oh no, we're sideboarding for game 2. Ooh. Really wish we had a flash. I'm worried about show and telling in the worm and them having Palace Jailer and just winning. Was my best streak of winning trophies in Cube. I had a 38 match win streak, which I think ends up being 12 trophies. Yeah, 12 trophies. Hey, Ben S, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Is where they get the Palace Jailer? No, I'm sure they had it already. We're about to get blown the fuck out here. You did have a good one? Hell yeah. Yeah, give Ben a follow if you have not. One of the better limited players of our time. Yeah, I'm going for it. We're here in the finals. Y'all just tuned in at the perfect time to watch me throw this game away. Yeah. Our dex is not very good, so you gotta make some gambles. You just gotta go for it. Kind of a miracle that we were in the finals in the first place. I am having a great day, Odysseus. It's been really nice.